After creating an idea and then validating it, the next step is to create a business model over that idea. But hold on, we are not chasing behind the funds. We have limited resources and we need to bootstrap our startup. Then what we can do? Here comes lean business modeling. Namaste. My name is Shubham and today we will talk about the business modeling strategy which will require less money and less energy to create initial tractions. Interesting? Then stay tuned. What is lean business model? Now I won't go with the book definition. What I understand personally is lean business model can be called as Jugaad business model, where we cut down all the non-essential costs and focus on what is really required. Now I can put two important elements into this kind of modeling. The first one is thinking out of the box, and the second one is focusing on what is essential. Now from these two statements, you must be getting an idea that our product or service may not be perfect, but we will jump into the market with whatever we have and do the business very intelligently. Now we'll talk about 10 strategies which we should focus on while creating a lean business model. The first strategy is to start small and fail fast. Now if we are first time entrepreneurs and if we think that we'll be bang on from the first day, then we might get disappointed. We don't require a large start. As the idea is not tested in the market, 99% chances are there we might be having some wrong perception regarding the market. For example, we might fail to understand our target customer, we might fail to understand the market we should operate in, we might fail to understand which marketing strategy we should have opted for, and we may fail to understand which technology stack we should have applied in our offering. And chances are there we might fail to understand which kind of resources we actually require for the implementation of our business. Therefore, we need to test out our product and services with whatever resources we have. The initial tractions will tell us that where we need to diversify our strategies or we need to stop doing the business because the customers are not at all liking our product or service. This will help us to save our money and energy from putting in a wrong direction, and we can start with some new strategies or new business altogether. The next strategy is spearhead approach. Like a spearhead, we need to be very pinpoint about our initial offering, and then after the customer is hooked, we can expand our services or product. Let us understand this with an example. You might have gone to some pizza restaurant. You give the order and pizza is their primary product. After taking their order, they will ask you to take some more product or services. For example, they will ask you to have some extra cheese or toppings. They will also push you to have some package with some Coke or fries. This way they will expand their services after getting you hooked with their primary product. Likewise, we need to figure it out that what is our primary product or service offering. After the customer is hooked with our primary product or service, then we can expand our offerings to other segments as well. The next point is to focus on target customers. Now we don't need to cater on all kind of people. We need to figure out who are our ideal customers. For this, we need two kind of details. The first one is demographic details. In this, we can try to find out what can be their age range, their geographic location, ethnicity, gender, marital status, and their occupation. We can also find out other details as well. The second kind of details that we need to figure out is customer persona. Under customer persona, we need to figure out what can be the customer behavior under a particular situation with our product or service. What can be their personality? Are they extroverts or introverts? What can be their mindset? Are they price sensitive or they spend more on quality products? What can be their interests? Like what smell they like, what taste they like, what colors they like, all kind of details which require their emotional or mental relations. After getting all these kind of details, we can figure out what our ideal customer looks like, and we can try to find these customer in our target market. The next and very important point is to create partnership and collaborations. In lean business model, we need to join hands with some of the other service providers, vendors or companies in order to reduce our time and effort in implementing our idea. For example, if you own a restaurant and you want to provide online food delivery service, then you can join hands with some of the logistics company where they will provide you delivery boys and you don't need to hire anyone. You can also partner with some of the digital marketing service providers where they will take care of all your promotions and branding, and you don't need to put much time on that. At the very beginning, you may feel that you are losing profits, but in the long run, you'll get to know the customer feedbacks and how they are responding to your product and services. This will help you to understand your market, reduce risks, and correct yourself before expanding your services. Now, the fifth point is to create a solid go-to-market strategy. This is mainly done for a period of 3 to 6 months from the date of launch. Now, go-to-market strategy requires a separate video itself, which I will bring for you in the future. What we can understand in a very simple way is that what should be our approach in the market when we launch our product or service. For example, which segments we need to target upon, how many numbers of units or subscriptions we need to sell, what should be our revenue targets, what should be our month-on-month growth targets, and how to evaluate ourselves if we are doing right or not. This will help us to launch our product and service in a very strategic way and to reduce the future chaos. The next point is to do intelligent marketing. Now, the conventional marketing ideas like posters, hoardings, advertisements are too common and expensive. Even the social media marketing strategies are being so common nowadays, then how we can stand out? For this, we need to think out of the box. For example, we can take some recent viral topics on the context of our business and create some interesting graphical or video post on our social media. This will draw the attention of the viewers. We can also create some of the referral programs where we will reward the customers who will refer our product and services to their friends and peers. We can also track where our target customers are going in the market and draw their attention through some posters or art forms. We can try to collaborate with some of the influencers and draw the attention of their followers towards our business. We can also post some of the testimonials of our customers in order to create the credibility in the market. Now, there are many strategies which we can follow, but we need to understand our business and think out of the box in order to stand out. The next point is optimizing our cost. Now, as a startup company, it is too difficult to cut down our operational costs, but we can easily do this on the marketing and technical front. Now, in the previous point, we have discussed how we can reduce the marketing cost by implementing some of the intelligent strategies. We can also do this on the technical front as well. For example, if you own an apparel business and you want to sell online, then you can take the leverage of Amazon, Flipkart, or other equivalent e-commerce platforms. You can also start selling on social media handles as well. Every day we see many social media business pages selling really well. In another example, if you own a company like Urban Clap or Urban Company nowadays and want to take the orders online, then before creating our own platform, we can start taking the orders over call or WhatsApp. In the initial days, we need to keep the technical hassles for the customers as minimum as possible. We can take the leverage of the platforms they are already using like social media, WhatsApp or calling and start getting the businesses. Once our business gets stable and we are ready to expand, we can create our own platforms like mobile application or website. And after that, the customers will also love to use our platforms consistently. But before that, let's keep it simple. The last point is to focus on service quality. In the initial days, we don't have much branding and credibility in the market. The only way to achieve it is through good and consistent service quality. It will not only help us to gain the trust of the customers, but will also help us to gain the word of mouth marketing. The already existing happy customers will tell their friends and peers about your company, and if you provide them the same and consistent service, then the words will explode. Take regular updates from the customers regarding how your product and services are performing and make them feel that you care for them. Nowadays, the market is competitive and open. Therefore, people can check the reviews and experiences of your previous customers. And if your reviews are nice, then it will help you to gain the new customers faster. Therefore, a good service quality is a must. So that's it for today. It has been a very value-packed video. Each point in it can be a separate video as well, which I really hope to bring you in the future. For that, like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and if you like my work, share this to others, your friends and peers. It will motivate me to bring more such content in the future. So that's it. Thanks for your love and care. Namaste, Radhe Radhe. Me Shubham, signing off.